If I'm not wrong, close to 3 months in the and some are trending ever Ghana Hano, want to me, Mammy Cecilia Dapaah, then some ever to Jano, ever social media no film. Na and I know Al-Wahab Farouk I reacted to Mammy Cecilia Dapaah, then some ever to Jano. I think so, okay, and send the FR court case in a home. Now, my person of the camera, Nayakuti and some Al-Wahab Farouk Eka. Na Al-Wahab Farouk at what Samson or Santo and SMB money Office of the Special Prosecutor and I said the OSP. Na Miss Emrano Cameron, Nayakuti and Sama Al-Wahab Farouk Edituja, if our mamma Cecilia the Panin Sama Abatuja ever social media no. A Sky Ghana TV, a political news name and Sama Huda a Tragu ever Ghana any other bro. So we knew her and I would share and I will subscribe here. Even so subscribe to channel no. While like the video no I share I'm a from so answer I can be. And don't forget, so what do I don't share ever back comment section. Come home. Now you Sunny Al-Wahab Farouk a can
Farouk, Ukwaya, what is allegation that we can substantiate? That is the former minister sanitation Sika yes eguni demu Ghana force Sika we were Ghana just after that na scientist say some for crowd court or presidential staffer or also no wa pake $114,000 aguni fee no so on the cry that's what court am on so akronfa kwa akofa allegations upon allegations e bi wo court today and they intimi ka say allegations. What is answering we say now shed the SC Africa countries we are as an international diplomatic consultant. Dear and about what dream first.
Top radio. First of all, sanitation minister, Madam Dapaah, and the matters are lazy. He said, it is not about the money sitting in the house is the issue, but it's about the principle behind keeping the money in your house, i.e., if it is genuine or properly acquired money. Because what we are told, is the government even encourages Obianfen is come to bank to enable the banks to have commercial access to the money and do their transactions and earn some money. If not anything at all, crime go for your bank and the purpose of the money to be in circulation is not just to be kept at home. And so on that principle, it even defeats the purpose. I'm fine say at the level of a state minister at that level, for this can be true fee. You young how the money came about and what kind of money it is. Now, we are not in China. It is very weak, in my view, on the part say, assuming say state minister, I will say Sikano Edanide. Na Sikano Ibiaira. Analytically, to me, it is not even justified. Say Sikana Yachre the culprits and now say suspects in the case, they are spending. It doesn't come anywhere closer to the amount now. Yes, Irano. So it means say that quantum of that 1 million and changing, meaning a right. And I say, only been a yetima country, Bumdia and Bumdia boyfriends, the Akano says it can wait. Now, so any jurisdiction of the world, and I'm referring not to the Western or the Europe, I'm referring even to the case of Africa. A case scenario like country be to say Namibia or Botswana. How a state minister could go to police station and make a report or file a report say Missy Kaira. She herself wouldn't have returned home to begin with. And that was not the case in ours. If it was in European jurisdiction, and the protection would not have gone, say, even your friend is a report. Now, rather, no, and can suspected in US can, they will be under the protection of the law and use them as a witness against the Mamin. Is that the case of ours? No. And see, even some of the questions some of us would ask and say, in the police records, the police mandated Yes, in terms of references, how do they, or till today, you need guiding principles, such a circumstances? It does not necessarily mean, say, what Baba report, and for that matter, no, women could not be held accountable and responsible for your actions and inactions in this matter. Say, be a one casabe report. Me assure you, Misa say, Mama, Sikani, if you hear accountability.
That was the first question, maybe Sam who said, CID for no way, yes, our case, no, Mumubia soon will Timbisa and say, also cry me and one no, why that money is sitting in your house?
Because, say, the laws of the land, the laws of Ghana, Constitution of Ghana, it only encourages and it protects the rich. It protects the executives. It protects the parliamentarians. It protects opinion leaders. It protects popular people, celebrities, etc. And a larger extent, when we are here for the voiceless, or the law does not protect them. Either than that. So if in this case, Koye baby to say anywhere, and I've mentioned countries like even South Africa, I've mentioned countries like Botswana, Namibia, I've mentioned countries Rwanda, and some of these countries, says our crime, in my view, is not a crime. You hold you the suspected thieves, but rather who has the money. Now, young friend on check where and how the money came into the house. This is kind of you're picking from a certain time up to that time, and then once at a go. Case 1 year to how did the money come in? The kids and now the girls involved are your friends who women are suspected thieves in this regard. The intimate woman, intimate country beer, and the police hearing, and Kawafu estimate the tracking and tracing, and then accountability of who brought the money. Sebi, $1 million. Sebamina and everybody be under the bag in the Bukokam. And now, so a house of Nahasgas woman at Pejadikusio. They would have known and noticed the people on the back, and those people should be used as star witnesses in the case, not rather the suspects as being the case. They should have been used as star witnesses. The police, Mami will say, some American Cabo was uncomfortable TP. Yadoma Kota, California be about 20 states outside. At their command, baby, I'm an Edianedi, I'm an Insuan, Wajari, the man perfume near Sans Wonka, him for the Baho.
For more information.
They would have told them how the money came into existence. And now, and no money, sir, it's okay. In Tiemisa said, Martin, shamefully, I'm sorry, without any missing words. Some politicians, some lawyers, some people of state, they supposed to know better. Of laws are a guiding and also laws of other jurisdiction. It said, justifiably it's coming, it is sad. Nobody says, raising money, but we are here raising money as if for impasse under the bed you keep one. A year, so we Ghana law, so confess the power from gifts, crowning or former. The police law requires you to go and then make even a declaration, and then even so the first cannot see the true and you pay duty or tax on it. Where do you see come out? Nepacho, a year that country, Ghana taxes and they are affecting another. It is affecting a year or Genesis, and we're changing the dollar. And now that particular year is can if you buy no, near dollar and go for Triana, you miss us our questions. Now, okay, a bit here in euros. That till now, as we speak, see this, they are saying. In another development,
before you proceed, meaning sir, be a menoka say, now make us a Farouk 2 can buy a watch me be a $100,000. Meaning sir quickly, GRE for the budget tax room, on by Roshime, Abba budget tax room, and yes, sanity.
I know you, and I'm sure say, case we buy Minty GRE room.
Yes, yes, he can't do some tax.
And I'm sure say, and GRE a station hall. And a year, any $1 million, say, enya busuafo na gigigu omo saving box ni mu bank na koji because Kumasi in typical case scenario no billboard so no say ni baso a bank for na bagigi ska no o ma sha atade kama bank uniform ayo benim kama agiska no from the core bank ento no ni de no abusuafo tenase Friday Saturday burial Saturday accountability a party on Sunday no family accounts no Monday into that Monday no na that money but of course any day me sure say maame na nkasa na aka say ne mom speculatively no amount for any communicators they trying to justify and support the action is here no. Look, also what is not right is not right. What is not fair, it is not fair. Because some of us were of the position say a country any develop. Let's say 66 years post independence. We have this kind of argument. Na say obi ntimi oni up enka say ampa ebia we de enkayi enti say na tia enti Ghana for behwe say sisika na o magye no yesa de amane de akofi. You cannot legalize illegality because the crime is not about the person who stole the money. It is a canipana in US Ghana. It means that and such an amount is under the same commercial money that the commercial banks need for the operations. In your name, ayo mameni de nyame media. Entiale no afanko, now fanko to now was such a massive money. It doesn't rest on the fact say if you say oh say no we are resigning and to stop the whole case. It is not the case. Lawyers in Ghana, it is not the case. Argumentators, it is not the case. That is not right. Let us condemn it is not right. Look, it brings into question. You can't beat the game with God because say in 2012, thereabout, you began a certain Victoria Hammer. Just a mere conversation, just a mere talking. Funny say, me team na yen da na say na nyihu no kwa na to na odi agro. She incidentally, surprisingly got my brother, a man record on a family member. In this country, I used to offer go analysis crown, analysis cash and pass it. You and I know very well what actually took place in this country with regards to a choir study. That time, then in opposition, MPP said we must deal with the issue. What is not right is not right. The young girl, the young lady was crucified. It has ended her career, not only politically, as that ending a career in looking for a job in the future. Because whenever you trigger her name, what comes out say a $1 million scandal. You crucify no. Now we did at the highest extent say a physical cash. Now even how can even you and I you bet my validate say I am $1 million? How did she count it? How did she count it? And that's when she said no packing any 1 million. I will not support saying Kranunku. But then I have my reservations and the questions to ask say, is it normal? So we be to me a minister of state. Now upon now that you say you have such an amount and now they it is not right. It is not right. And those who say issue we say no. Let's also you end up becoming like so because at the end of the day, we know me say case we say it will end no well.
A foolish case, because
yes, a foolish case. It is already a stupid case. A stupid case in the case is the police officer at the receiving end of the complaints has the one interest, and they say complainant is right and the accused comes to cells because there's a complainant. And we have pre-colonial time, medieval period of the Ghana policing, post pre-colonial, and then yes, Enti first no so obekare papa no obi bo wasuma wa obedika ko police station no masemede, and that is the case of this particular scenario. Has the state Martin said a special OSP, Office of the Special Prosecutor. Also, we know your interview 2-3 years ago when your friend is saying the first OSP person, your friend Mr. Matiamido.
Yeah.
Also, me catch you say Akokoba. Pokisera, chicken baby.
Mekai.
Do you understand? The very day they created the office, because he's the office of the special prosecutor, call him the judge. He is not an investigator himself. He is to prosecute. Who will investigate for him? It's not the same police investigator. So nothing investigating team. It cannot surpass the police investigation team, the CID, and for that matter, the National Investigation Committee, and the NACO, BNI, the former BNI. Your intelligence community, the military, intelligence, military, only investigative body. And to say OSP, or no, the National Executive Commissioner, Executive Officer of the OSP. Find a man investigative, product. Now, investigative tool may be useful. Is it different from the police standards media? Then where would it end? Because the office in your court. We are beside their court. So what is that double standards with that OSP? So we know the case number OSP. You have Attorney General, you have Police CID, you have National Investigation Body, you have this, you have that, you have that. About 8 investigative bodies running and operating our country from Ghana into OSP. A damn partner by a special assignment. Fine what dinner at 2. Fine what dinner court as succeeded.
Years after introduction of special prosecutor,
every day they are changing their office. Every day they are changing their chairs. Your friend is saying unnecessary alarm that they raised to put fears at the end of the day, knowing very well said that jurisdiction that they are operating. Anywhere they are operating with they themselves know say let's weigh the contest between the Attorney General and then OSP. Who weighs higher? And under which where your office under the office of the president, because a special presidential initiative, Yati, what about the Attorney General work? Vis-a-vis the police, vis-a-vis the national the national investigation, whatever, the BNI. What said, we are only running on the duplicated bills, customized bills, unnecessary bills accumulation, raising offices to just only to showcase. So BB Koso, whereas we know say BB and Timmy and Koso, because said, how do we refer such a case to OSP? The same case is pending before the police. The same case will be referred to the Attorney General for recommendation or direction. And you find a treaties our case with.
My memo example, in presidential staff, then secretary to interministerial committee, Charles Bisiu, CID investigating every acleno. Now, OSP so friend say or investigating, and here and there panicking. Causing fear and panicking our system. Ubaka say we have about 8 bodies investigating case with Kruma say the creation of OSP is useless, and I say okay for the nation.
Baba, you may choose the word useless. I will choose the word irrelevant. I will choose the word irrelevant. It makes absolutely no common sense in my view. A country, we have a problem. A country, we are bedeviled with a kind of cost in running government. Cost of running government, we have that cost. Now what commissions? Commissions, officers, investigative body, commission. Everything that happens in this Ghana, we have a commission. Office of the Special Prosecutor, But tell me, say, only Attorney General find a higher. Only police IGP or the CID head of CID boss one a higher. Only local boss find a higher. Only BN boss one higher. And tell me the difference. Let's look at their terms of references, the TORs of all these bodies. When shall there be a difference? At the end of the day, also you'll be amazed. The same threshold, they hold the same standards, the same terms of references, the same terms of references. And without making either Bisu or Cecilia Dapaah or whoever that the person is, I'm saying, say, is it right? Is it right? So in another breath, we operate a different angle. Is it right in operate of another angle? As I mentioned in the case, it was just a common talk show. I grow nodi and I say, funny say, you jeopardize the life of the person. And the person who has the money in the back pocket, nobody can come and tell me. Nobody can defend. Said the Nkofor tried to do and say, oh yeah. Na ye no nsaka sika na mu na ne brother wu ye say no brother wu a and first can man na ye ne mai
and at top radio
and I answer na che
ya say mo and our brother you wu dia say and the
brother wu a say first can man na ye ne mai
onua bampo na wanya and the papa ye bo sapa